Hey, WNBA, y'all better duck. Them owners coming for y'all head.
Speaking of business, the WNBA has another extended deadline today. You're the only one that I have heard say very strongly in the sports media that you believe that the WNBA might disappear, period. Not just for a while, but period. Where are you right now on where those negotiations are?
Man, ain't no way. When I heard this, I said, ain't no way. Stop playing. But the deadlines have been exceeded, extended, and nothing gets done until there is a deadline. But when they're going to get this done? Because now, forget deadlines, we're about to get into the season.
There have been a bunch of deadlines, and there was one on March 10th. They blew through it. Now it's March 16th, and they're saying today's the new deadline. Kathy Engelbert, today's the day. So we're going to find out. Maybe today's the day. But if the women believe they're going to get up to their number of revenue sharing to 30, they're down at 26. Will it be 15 or 18? The relevant part of this is not housing. The relevant part is what will the league look like going forward? And yes, there was a possibility where the owners would say, you guys are way too greedy, but they came off their initial positions and they'll get a deal done.
It cannot be 15 or 18. It has to be over in the low 20s at least. And
okay, substantiated by what? What projections? What revenues? Like, we can throw all these numbers out we want, but are you going to go back retroactively and look at those numbers and have some form of compensation that is built into what you think your future earnings are? You got that model too? Instead of just saying, well, it can't be. It can be. It certainly can, because we're in the negotiation easily. Like, people don't understand it, and this is so tough because of our reality and rhetoric. Like, the reality and rhetoric is you can't say everything you want to say. So these owners can't say, hey, y'all losing us so much money, we don't give a damn. Like, we trying to work with you. Work with us. If we're trying to work with you and we're losing money and you over there, okay. Okay. I can't say everything I want to say. I know the rhetoric reality, but come on, y'all.
it can't be this net revenue number that the league keeps saying, like, you're playing these word games. Revenue is gross by nature. Net revenue changes the entire meaning of the word.
UFC is the worst at this, and they do 17%. The WNBA players cannot, with this kind of leverage, take less than UFC labor is taking.
Yeah, I give you that. Look, that's a great comp to throw out there because you know how disgruntled they are. Like, say what you want about Dana White and how great the sport is. It may be great for those who are in ownership and in equity and executive. But for the fighters, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the top guys, John Jones and the Ronda Rouseys of yesterday, all of them are smiling. But it seems like there's no middle class. It seems like the lower class is a real struggle. And that number can't be a comp. At the same time, net revenue is a real thing. Like, no. After everything we have to go through, we're going to make a lot of money. We get $100, but we need to see how much of that 100 we're keeping. Then we're going to split that. That is a real thing. That's why it's called net revenue. It's not called revenue. You have gross revenue, net revenue. Simple as that.
What is their leverage?
That they're incredibly
Unrivaled.
popular right now, and they don't have to be what the UFC is in terms of paying its employees worse than anybody in sports pays its employees.
Then go fight somewhere else. That's what Dana would say, and he's not wrong. Go fight somewhere else. And these women, go play somewhere else. I say it to the baseball players, too. This is not about men versus women. If you can play in Korea or Tokyo and make as much money as you're making here, then go do it. But you can't, which is why we're going to win on the margins during every CBA negotiation, and we're going to make sure that we hold out long enough to get what we want.
Yeah, it's just, it's the nature of the beast. And I know sometimes you feel like you could pet that beast, but you can't. It's still a beast. You know, you could tame that beast, but it's still a beast. What they say, lions don't go crazy or tigers don't go crazy. Tigers go tiger. You know what I mean? Like this money and these owners and this capitalism, it didn't go nice. It didn't go gently. It went capitalist. It's gonna get to the coin somehow, some way. So, like, you know, and even in the NFL, DGR, designated gross revenue. Like, oh, gross. What's the D for? Designated. Like, not all. We're not sitting there saying, hey, you got a piggy bank, let's fill it up and then let's break it and then see what half of it goes to you and half goes to me. No. You keep those pennies. Give me those quarters. That's how this game is getting played. Simple as that. And like he said, you're gonna win on the margins because you got the ownership, you got the institution, you got the money, and you got the institution. Okay, you don't like it? You sure you don't like it? You sure you hate it? You sure it's the worst? You sure this is not gonna work? Okay, your world. Go ahead, enjoy it. That's the ultimate bargaining chip. And they use it every time in every negotiation, all of them.
Spoken like the man.
No, but that's just the reality. I don't want to be that, Tristan. I don't want to be that to you.
That was
You
a
don't
we.
want to-
That was a we that he was referring.
Whenever you say we, you sound like management. You said
Well,
we as management.
I meant they.
Anytime.
You should have said they, Ed.
Nah, you didn't mean that. You know what you meant. Blah, blah, blah. Being a player rep for 9 of the 10 years I was in the NFL, I got closer than the average bear to negotiations. I was privy to seeing some of our books. I was privy to seeing the ways in which engagement occurred in those negotiations and the war chest and the difference in the size of that war chest, which is a lot of the flex you see from one side to the other. How long can we hold out to get what we want if we need to? You got to almost start off with in the worst case scenarios. Like, okay, if this gets ugly, what can we do? Right? Because if you don't have that answered properly, you're going to fold. And if you're going to fold soon after you try to make those extreme demands, why would you even want to make those extreme demands in the first place? All you're going to do is fold. You know what I mean? So it's the weirdest equation to run, because you're saying, I am here, I want to get there. At the same time, I need you to want me to get there. They're going to fight, they're going to resist because they want to stay where you are. They want you to stay. Look, they're trying to get you for the cheapest they can within reason and respect. And you're trying to get the most you can within reason and respect sometimes. You don't even care how it sounds. You're like, yeah, I want the most. And then you start to have your rational brain. Then you say, I take what we deserve. And then, I take what you offer. It depends on where you are on that spectrum. But the toughest part about it all is how to do it without letting the ego get into it and without letting the court of public opinion have that much influence against you, right? Because if the owners hear the court of public opinion just overwhelming avalanche, tidal waving them, they give a little more. But when they're like, nah, them ladies, they get a little greedy. Them ladies, they really owe y'all. Them ladies need to be thankful. They need to be grateful. The owner's like, yep, 17, 18, right? But if they start hearing the others, then they're like 20-something. Come on, y'all, let's get through this. But I don't know. I think closed door, couple drinks in them. I think a lot of these owners are saying, look, I'm not going to get rid of WNBA because we got something here. At the same time, they better be careful because we didn't always have something. And we can go back to when we didn't have something and we were losing money, or we can get rid of this thing, like he said, and no money, at least being lost. They're going to get it done. It sounds like a doomsday scenario. It'll get done. I think the women lose this negotiation because this is the first time that they try to have one through success, after success. And I think they're going to have to prove a little more track record of success for them to get exactly what they want. But they'll get a bump, but it won't be the whole enchilada like they desire. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. You think they're canceling this season? Hell no. But do you think that the women win this negotiation or the owners win this negotiation? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that wasn't enough? Y'all want some more? Well, check out the link in my bio. Hydration Situation Live. Blah, blah, blah. Discipline isn't complicated. It's daily. And I'm starting a 30-day hydration challenge, and I want you in. This isn't some crazy reset. It's simple. Hydrate every day, move your body, build one habit, and stick to it for 30 days. If you've been falling off, this is your reset. This is what I'm using during the challenge. VINIA Blood Flow Hydration. It's a 2-in-1 hydration solution. Premium electrolytes plus the power of VINIA for better blood flow. Better blood flow helps move hydration and nutrients exactly where your body needs it. That means better electrolyte delivery, more physical energy, and more mental alertness during the day. This is how I'm upgrading my hydration. The challenge is free. You just register through the link. And when you sign up, you get 20% off VINIA Hydration. And just for showing up, there'll be daily prizes, weekly prizes, over $10,000 in grand prizes. One simple habit, 30 days. Join the challenge with me. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the birds.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.